Despite fouling out, Siakam had a monster game. He became just the fourth player in the last 35 seasons to record 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in a season opener, joining Anthony Davis, Charles Barkley, and Karl Malone. His 34 points are third most in a season opener in team history, behind DeMar DeRozan and Vince Carter. And if the Toronto Raptors want to stay relevant, they need this guy to play big all year.
And what a story he is. Tim Legler didn't play basketball till he was 14. He was going to be a priest until he was 15. NBA basketball player, that pays better than a priest does. And what a massive performance it was by him with 34 points.
You saw the list there, too, right? 5 guys in the last 35 seasons had that kind of opening night. If he doesn't foul out, he's probably got a 40-20 game tonight, because the game goes to overtime. I think what's most impressive is, obviously, he gets the money in the offseason. You don't have Kawhi Leonard, and it's a lot easier to operate in the shadow of another great player and rise to the level of stardom that Siakam has over the last year or so. Totally different story now when you have to be the guy that's got to be counted on to get 25 every night. So I was really curious to see how he came out offensively, and he played spectacularly well. The thing I love about him is everything he does is an instantaneous decision. He does not play with the basketball. He's just relentless activity and motion. He's improved his range. You saw the 2 catch-and-shoot threes. This is really where he's at his best, catching the ball against closeout defenders, putting it down and getting to the rim. And then, again, here's the activity level. That's a simple pick and dive, the catch and the finish with the great length. So you saw really the entire package. Yeah. The one thing you didn't get to see, because he did foul out, was, tie game, last possession. That was Kawhi Leonard's territory. That's a different level of stardom, to be able to take it, go one-on-one, get any shot you want in that situation. He's not much of a mid-range guy, but I think he's going to put up numbers like this consistently throughout the year, because he's just so active. Very difficult matchup. Too big for threes, too active and quick for fours. That's why Pascal Siakam is always seemingly open, and he had a great opening night on ring night.
And he'll get to the line a lot. He was 10 of 11 tonight. He's going to shoot a lot of free throws because he is such a hard guard. They outscored the Pels by 15 at the line. That was the big difference. Fred VanVleet had a massive game. He's going to have a massive year. They only play 8 guys. He played 44 minutes. These guys are going to get tired, I think, pretty quickly, but he was outstanding. Him and Lowry hit the big shots when they didn't have Siakam.
Has anybody turned things around faster to Fred VanVleet, going back to the middle of the playoffs last year when he couldn't throw it in the ocean?
That's right.
Has the birth of his first child. He hasn't missed a shot since. It's been unbelievable. He came out tonight. Obviously, they started Lowry and VanVleet together, which I thought was interesting, because I thought Powell was going to be the starting 2. So they go with 2 point guards on the court, and it really opened up their playmaking opportunities. He was huge the entire game. The guy's been really on this confidence roll now ever since the middle of the postseason a year ago. Picks up where he left off, and they still have veteran guys. This is a team that won a championship. You cannot put a value on what that does for your collective confidence and the way you carry yourselves going into the next season, despite the fact that you lost Kawhi Leonard. When you look at this team going into the year, I still think you have Philly, Boston, Milwaukee, to me, are a notch above Toronto. I think Toronto's going to be in that 4 to 6 mix. But what they showed you tonight, they're not going to go away because of the veteran presence, the emergence now of Siakam, who's turned himself into just an absolute all-around offensive player and going to be a perennial all-star, I think, from this point moving forward. And then you just saw the clutch gene come out tonight in those guards. Going through a playoff run and winning a championship will do that to you. So this team's not going away, and they're exceptionally well coached. Nick Nurse is my pick for Coach of the Year because they're going to prove that it wasn't all about Kawhi, that this is a really good team, and he is an exceptional game management coach.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.